learning outcomes. So the first one, students will understand the basic principles of ergonomics, and then students can use the human factor in analyzing, evaluating, designing, and improving work system. So those are the references. The first one is in Bahasa, and that one is actually the main textbook for the economics. You will have economics course in the second or third semester. And then the second one is a book by Christopher Wickens. The title is Introduction to Human Factors Engineering. And then the other references is only complementary to those main reference. Right. So we have several pictures. The first one, I think it's quite common to see that the first one, the top left, it's common to see it in Indonesia, Southeast Asia. Is there any picture like this in Yemen?
No.
No? Really? Because you don't have motorcycles. Right.
Yeah, we have motorcycles,
Really?
but not put like this.
It's overload.
Yeah.
And then the second one, top right, we can see that one is the pictures of workers typing on a keyboard. Yeah. It's quite old because we cannot see that type of keyboard anymore. Yeah, and very old keyboard, very old monitor. Okay. And then the third one on the left, someone using what kind of machine is that? Is it welding? When you see the spark, it's common that we can see those sparks in welding process. Yeah. But actually, it's not a welding process because we have, what is this one?
A cutting machine.
Huh? Cutting, yes. Yeah. When we cut metals, usually we can see the same spark as the welding process. And the next one, the children using wear a suit, which oversized. Yeah. And then the last one, elderly person using a wheelchair, and looks like he or she.
She, I think.
She, is it? Yeah. She wants to go to upstairs. So, do you have any opinion about all of those pictures? What is I know that all of those pictures is actually from a different environment, but there are some commonalities from those pictures. And what do you think is the commonalities? What is the common thing about those 5 pictures? Anything?
Human factor
Human factor?
from
And
an
then?
object.
Mhm.
From an object. So, for example, the person that ride a bike,
Mhm.
there's a factor that the bike is transporting, and also
Yeah.
the second example, a person typing a keyboard, and
Okay.
there is also one of the human factor.
Mhm.
And the third example, a person using a cutting machine,
Mhm.
and the impact is the machine is working because of the human factor.
Alright. Actually, from this one and this one, is there any commonalities? From those 2 pictures? The first one is someone using a motorcycle and loaded with I don't know, stuff. And then this person, probably a mechanics, cutting the metals and produce sparks. What is the common thing about those 2 pictures?
Unsafe.
Hmm?
Unsafe.
Unsafe, yes. So those pictures, we can see that there are some risks.
Yeah.
Right. What is the risk from the first pictures?
Maybe because the weight is overloaded at the back, maybe the motorcycle can get flipped there.
Okay. And the second one?
And the second one, I am thinking about the guy who makes the thing. It's a little bit too close and not wearing any safety helmet or something like that.
Alright. And talking about risk, how about the second pictures on the top right? Is there any risk imposed from that picture? What kind of risk?
No risk. I think it's just less efficient for.
Less efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Later, you will know that that kind of work can impose serious risk for health. How about the small pictures in the middle? Is there any risk imposed? No. How about the last one?
Yes.
Right. So the commonalities, the similarities from those pictures is show us that many many conditions, many working environments should be analyzed more carefully using the human factors. So ergonomics comes from the words from Greek. The first one is ergon, means work, and then nomos means laws. So ergonomics is actually laws of work, not just human factors. But if we look at the references, the definition of ergonomics is very similar to human factors, and the common definition of ergonomics is the scientific discipline concerned with the understanding of interactions among humans and other elements of system, and the profession that applies theoretical principles, data, and methods to design in order to optimize human well-being and overall system performance. That is the definition of ergonomics from the International Ergonomics Association. However, we can see more definition in across references. Ergonomics definition is the study of man's relationship with his or her workplace, fitting the task to the person rather than forcing him or her to adapt to the work environment, designing the workplace to prevent occupational injury and illness, discovering the capabilities and limitations of the human body, and then the art and science that addresses workers' job performance and well-being in relation to their job tasks, tools, equipment, and environment. And also the study of the relationship between people and machines, or between employees and their environment, the study of the interaction between the worker and the process at the workplace. So we have many definitions from across references, but yeah, you can imagine the scope of ergonomics from there. Yes. So ergonomics itself, you can say it was born in 1857. It's quite old. Yeah. It's from early 1900. So the ergonomics itself is quite old. Yeah. So today we can see that ergonomics is advanced, quite advanced in the term of subjects. So, yeah, this one is usually called the cycle of human factors, which you can see that the human itself consists of brain and body, and then human as a worker or person or a user interact with systems. So this one is the human, consists of brain and body, and then the human itself interact with the system. You can see from the pictures that the wheelchair is the system, the stairs is the system, the suit is the system, it's actually not a cutter, it's actually a grinder. This one is the system. This one, the motorcycle, the load, the stuff, the PC, keyboards is the system. So when a human interact with systems, so when we can see that every time a human interact with the system, there will be a performance as a result. Right? However, in any environment, in any circumstances, we are always want to increase the performance, right? Without sacrificing us as a user, as a human. So, how can we improve or increase the performance in such system? If we want to increase or improve the performance, what can we do to those systems, to the cycle of human factors?
Maybe like improving the system work.
Improving
the system or
improving the system.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Anything else? Yes, you can see from this simple diagram here, simple pictures here, that there are only two subsystems to this system, to this whole system. So when we want to improve the performance, there are only two possibilities. The first one, improve the system, and the second one is improve the person, the human. Right? Do you have any example for improving the system or improving the human itself?
Maybe like joining the seminar about like how to improve something like that. So
Okay.
skills and
Okay, so by joining the seminar or training,
yeah,
we can actually improve the capabilities of the human.
I think so.
Okay. And then, how can we improve the system? Is there an example? Yeah, if you see the picture, we can see that the performance is actually the output of the system. What is what are the inputs? What are the inputs?
human
Human, okay. And then?
and probably machine. Yes,
System.
the system.
System, okay. And then? So anything with the arrow pointing inwards, the system is actually the inputs. Right? So what is the input? This one. The equipment, the task, the environment, the selection, the training. So as you mentioned before, by joining a workshop or training, we can actually improve the capabilities of the human. Yeah. And then we have more variables or parameters as an input to those systems that we can improve the performance. So if we can improve the selection, improve the environment, improve the task, or improve the equipment, yeah, hopefully we can improve the performance. What is the main difference between a system or machine and human? What is the main differences between machine, equipment, and human? Because in some jobs which was done by human, we can change to a machine. What do you think? In the future, is there any possibility that human can be replaced by a machine?
It's possible.
Is it possible? So every person can be replaced by a machine? No? No or yes?
Nice.
Or sometimes yes, sometimes no.
In some cases, yes.
In some case, yes. In what case? In what cases?
Right. For now, there is already like a machine that is automatically runs. But
What kind of machine?
in some like industries, there are machine like making like the kind of drinks,
Kind of
soda,
drinks.
that is automatically. But all of that for now is started from human.
So, let's say in a manufacturing companies that make what do you call it? Can
Kind of soda, kind of drink.
can of drink. Okay. The first factories, all process is done by human operators, and then the second factories, all is automatic process done by a robot. What is the difference between two factories? What can you expect from the second factories, which run fully by robots?
I think it's because for the automation machine, I think it makes like it it has high efficiency.
Higher efficiency.
Yeah, for
Okay.
making the product and more precise
Okay.
for
More
the
precise.
size. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because we as human we can make a mistake like
Yes.
wrong sizes, and we cannot do it like individually like that.
Yes. Okay. So, if we look at the differences, the main differences between machine and human, we can see that machine has a higher productivity, and then more precise work. Okay. That's the advantage of machine. And what's the advantage of human?
Cheaper.
Cheaper, okay. And then?
Maybe.
Okay, if I have a factory run by robots, usually the robots make this type of drink, and then someday I show the robots, from today you are no longer make this one, but make this one instead.
Right.
Can a robot do that?
No. Not yet.
Although the machine or robots can have very high productivity, more precise than human, but robots cannot
Innovate.
cannot change. Huh?
Adapt.
Yeah, cannot adapt as efficient as human. In some jobs, humans still better than a machine. And then the machine itself has a limitation. Human also has a limitation. Okay, you can learn more about this in the ergonomics class. Yeah, this one is actually the advantage of ergonomics. So ergonomics plays a role in approximately 50% of all workplace injuries. So by using a proper ergonomics, we can save almost 50% or reduce almost 50% of all workplace injuries. And ergonomics itself will help improve quality, improve absenteeism, maintain a healthier workforce, and then reduce injury and illness rates, acceptance of high turnover jobs. Workers feel good about their work, and reduce workers' compensation costs, elevate OSHA compliance to a high level of awareness. Yeah, ergonomics itself is multidisciplinary, combining principles from anatomy, physiology, psychology, biomechanics, physical environment, industrial design, and safety and health engineering. So it's a multidisciplinary approach. Reported an increase. A manufacturing company has reported an increase in musculoskeletal disorders, or MDS. Musculoskeletal disorders. A manufacturing company has reported an increase in musculoskeletal disorders, or MSDs, among assembly line workers. Many workers complain of back pain, wrist strain, and fatigue. Many workers complain of back pain, wrist strain, and fatigue due to prolonged repetitive tasks and poor workstation design. The company seeks an analysis of the ergonomics issues and recommendations for workstation redesign. What do you think about this case study, and what will be the important issues to be included in the analysis? An increase in musculoskeletal disorders, or MSDs, among assembly line workers. Many workers complain of back pain, wrist strain, and fatigue due to prolonged repetitive tasks and poor workstation design. The company seeks an analysis of the ergonomics issues and recommendations for workstation design. So you can look at the sources from internet or ChatGPT, whatever, to give initial analysis for this case study. And you can do it